Hello, Grow Your Future students. My name is Rachel, and today we are going to be doing this short video on researching companies. So why would you research a company? Now, if you're starting to think about your next steps, your potential career paths, one of the good places to start is actually doing some research into the companies that you might be suited to. So this is the only way that you're going to figure out whether your values and the culture of the company matches with your own values and culture as well. So just to talk through this in a little bit more detail, by doing some research, you can really understand what industries and roles actually involve. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what you don't know. So until you start actually looking to see what roles a company might offer, you might never have heard of particular job titles or particular career paths with that company. So that's why that initial research is really important. The next thing is that, like I said a moment ago, you can identify companies' values, their culture, and the different options that they offer. So thinking about your values, it's important to make sure that the company that you do end up working for, whether that's doing an internship or going on a graduate scheme, does match your values. And what we mean by values is things like, does the company have particular initiatives around the environment? Do they have a particular balance in terms of the schedule of the work that they offer? So is there a work-life balance? For some people, they might want somewhere that a company that offers a certain salary. So the values of the company need to match with yours. It's also a good place to spot opportunities, to look at what maybe they offer students and graduates, to see if there's things available for you to find out more about the company, or to do experience with them as well. And it's also a good way of strengthening your applications and interviews with tailored insights. So what we mean by that is, in order for you to put in a strong application, the research is really useful because it helps you understand exactly what you are applying for, what that company is looking for, and you can apply this and tailor this within your CV and application. So moving on to the next slide, how to research effectively. So what I would suggest is to start broad. So think about the company websites that you might want to look at their about sections, look at their career sections on their website. Often companies will have information for people that are looking to explore careers. So spend a good bit of time looking at these and understanding exactly what they have to offer. I'd then suggest looking at LinkedIn. So looking at employees' career paths. So go on to the company's LinkedIn website, see who is working there, or do some searching within that, and see what kind of job roles they're doing and where they've maybe come from previously. And also think about alumni from Lancaster Uni that maybe have studied at Lancaster that now work there. So there's a really good tab on the Lancaster Uni alumni. There's an alumni tab on the Lancaster Uni LinkedIn page that you can search for people that have studied at Lancaster that now work in particular companies. So definitely have a look at that as well. That's a good way of gaining insight. And also look at news outlets, see if the company that you're interested in is in the news, and if so, like what are they talking about, or what's being said about that company? What kind of challenges are they foreseeing at the moment, or what opportunities are they hoping to offer or open up to their clients, etc., etc. And then once you've done that initial broad research, you can start to go deeper. So think about looking at places like Glassdoor, Rate My Placement, etc. They can offer that a little bit more of a tailored insight into what it's like to work at that company. Check out some podcasts, blogs, YouTube, etc. to see if there's anything else that can offer you some information about that company. And also a great way of getting that deeper understanding of companies is coming along to some of our career fairs, employer talk, because that's where you can meet the employees and really find out about that more nuanced insight into that company and what it's like to work there. Finally, next steps, turning research into action. So once you've done all this research, it's then thinking about what you're going to do with that research. So once you've got lots of companies and you've found information about what career pathways they may offer or what opportunities they give to students, maybe make a short list of companies that align with your own values and interests. So think back to what we said in the first slide about choosing companies that align with your values. So make a short list of those companies. And then think about the differences of each ones that you put in that short list. Do some have more on offer? Do some have less? Does the culture match for you better in one than the other? So compare and contrast, and you can almost create pros and cons lists to help you understand maybe what you want to apply for. And then you can use the insights that you've gained through this research for a variety of different things. So we talked earlier about sort of tailoring your CVs or improving your applications, and definitely do that. It helps you prepare smarter for the interviews and helps you decide where to focus your applications as well. So if you know that there's a particular industry that recruits graduates earlier in the academic year through your research, then it's prioritising applying for those first. So really, there's lots of ways that you can use the research to benefit your career planning and next steps. Now, researching companies can be quite challenging, especially if you don't really know where to start. What I would suggest is if you are finding it difficult or you've done some research and you want somebody to help talk through your ideas, please do book an appointment with the Grow Future team. We have lots of appointments available and you can contact and book through all the means mentioned on the slide. I hope you found that useful today and hope to speak to you soon. Bye.